Just because I seen y'all coming back into the car.
Unfortunately, society, systems rob our children of the opportunity to be patient, rob us of the opportunity to be children. And so when you're thrust into a sense of urgency, you move quickly, haphazardly, impulsive. All these things that play into the hands of children, their lack of development, their lack of maturity. But then you no longer have that childhood, but yet you're still not an adult either. Born and raised in Philly, which I love this city, even with all the turmoil and all that, my fond memories are here. Being raised by my mother and my grandmother together, it taught me so much. I truly believe all my characteristics as a man came from two women. But by the same token, I also was able to see the pain and the hardship and the fear of their eyes every time I walked out the door. My father lived out of state. My relationship wasn't the best. I would see him sporadically here and there. And as I got older, our relationship got more distant because he got distant. It made me angry, it made me bitter, it made me gravitate to people that were more influential in my life. They were male figures. I won't say father figures, but that male role model figure. And most of them were indulging in bad things. And I can articulate that now. But then I didn't know what I was seeking. I was just wanting to be accepted. The graduation into crime was gradual, and you didn't even realize it. It started out as mischievous acts, doing little things. With my mother drug addiction, it thrusted me into a more responsible role, financial, with the house, my little brothers. So I started selling drugs. In 1991, me and a friend of mine were involved in an incident that resulted in the loss of life. Subsequently, I got found guilty, sentenced to the death penalty. Eventually, it was overturned, and I got a life sentence, which I served 28 years. The first thing they ask you is where you want your body shipped. That resonated with me, because how do you answer that? Once I got in there, I realized that I wasn't a predator, but I wasn't gonna be nobody's prey either. So I was able to carve a lane out in between where I was able to navigate without the violence, without the problems, without the issues, and start finding some way to, at some point, leave the nonsense alone and get my life in order. I was in jail so long, I went from being a young kid to the average age, and then I was old head. And so as that old head role, I had a capacity and an obligation to do things.
I see y'all sneaking back to the car, like I'm just slow
Wait, you was like, I'm at 65.
I stand before you as a child that was sentenced to the death penalty. I stand before you as a child that was traumatized further by these systems. We are in North Carolina fighting to ban the possibility of life without the possibility of parole for children. When I first came home, I went into the reentry field based on the work that I was doing on the inside. But I seen there was so many voids. Everybody would still label us as former juvenile lifers. And so we had to tell them, no, we're grown. We developed reentry plans, mitigation plans. Our whole goal was to stand in the gaps, not only for our children that are out here, but for our men and women that we wanted to see out here. People just want a fair opportunity, a just opportunity.